it really needed somebody who was really enthusiastic and had a real vision of it, and you know, that's why I really liked James when I met him. He was just very, you know, smart, enthusiastic, really passionate about it, and so that made me feel really, really, you know, really good about it. This kind of a project is a real puzzle, and it's a real, house of cards in the sense of there's so many elements that go on you. So you really need to support somebody, and they need to have that kind of passion and energy and enthusiasm to carry it through, which he did. You know, the actors, all the people that came back was really, really great, and necessary and important to it. At the same time, like with James and yeah, like Sasha, just bringing in other elements that just make it something, add to it, make it feel different and well, still kind of. So it's a tough balance to kind of to get but those kind of movies are quite an interesting challenge. He just seemed like he had a good, overall uh, take on it, and that's sort of what, like I said, what you want. Somebody who sort of gets what the first one was, but then wants to do something, make it his own, and so that's something, because you don't want to just tread exactly on the same territory, and you want to make it feel new to some degree. So, that I think that was a challenge to him and to everyone, to Ken, and in terms of making the effects sort of part of that world, but giving it a new feel as well. I loved Mia when I first met her, and I just felt like she was like a person who was very much like Alice, somebody very, very smart, very internal, very strong, but not very real showy about it, but just you could just feel it at her as a person. So I think that's why, initially just was so attracted to her as an actress, and why, I was happy she came back and did it again, because she's the type of actress that would probably not want to do, kind of a sequel, come back and do something like this. So, but she came back and gave it the same kind of sort of thing that she would give anything else. I and she's a good foundation for all this weird stuff going on. She's just a good, solid foundation to something. It needs an anchor like that to really ground it. So, she, like I said, when I first met her, I just felt she was perfect for it. People go for movies for different things. For me, the visual sort of elements of it are part of the story, and I think this moves along quite at a pace, and it's I think it's got a bit of a faster pace than the first one. I think, I'm not sure. So I think it's just I hope it satisfies and then shows something slightly different, so that you get the experience of something that you enjoyed, but also feeling like it's a bit new at the same time. Having Danny, it was that was crucial to as well. I mean, he's like another character. He's just equally important as having him on it as any of the actors or anybody. So like I said, in this particular case, he's like another important main character. I felt like it probably would have benefited for somebody just to have a slightly different perspective and make it their own thing, and that's what happened.
Did you know that filming on the Hunger Games Catching Fire left Jennifer Lawrence temporarily deaf in one ear? Sorry? What's that you said? For this and more movie facts, click on more videos. But if you want something else, click on the playlist.